Man, what up, Tribe? Look, I'm out here. I'm in an undisclosed location, but some events went down yesterday, and
Mm,
so I had to link up with the homie Adjua from DC,
that's
and
right.
so right where the inauguration and the events went down, and so I just want to chop it up with the system, man. We got to get this on wax. So the pardon, Kodak Black is now a free man. Lil Weezy Wee, aka Lil Wayne, aka Tunchi, is a free
No,
man. Harry O, one of the starters of Death Row Records, now a free man, all freed by one Donald Trump. Adjua got some hot takes on it. What's up? What's up? What's the issue?
so
What's up?
so here's my thing. My whole issue is not necessarily about the pardon, because I think about it, I'm like, you know what? These are Black bodies that are not in jail. I'm cool with that. But when I think of the people that they are, it just, there are other people that are more deserving than that. And that's where, for me, it kind of, the irking of the whole pardon situation just comes to play. Now, I can't give you no names because I'm not prepared on giving you names, but I absolutely know that there are people who are more deserving than that. So
Yeah, but the thing is that they're famous. Like that helps. And Donald Trump was a celebrity billionaire. Like he mingled with very famous people, and I think that he has a debt to hip hop. I think hip hop helped keep his name hot. People were always dropping his names in their album. There's even a rapper named Tone Trump, like out of Philadelphia. Like Donald Trump was on G Unit Radio. Like he was a big deal in the realm of hip hop, and I think that this is largely like his way of giving back to the community. I gotta be straight, Adjua. I gotta be straight, and you can jump on me if you want to. I know you will. I think this is the best move in the entire 4 years that Trump was president. I look at Kodak Black. I'm a fan of Kodak. I'm a fan of Kodak Black. I'm a fan of the young Kodak. Kodak was going crazy in there. Like literally, like he was tweeting out these cryptic messages or putting these cryptic messages out on his Instagram. His fans were concerned about him, me being one of them. Just he got into some drama at the former institution that he was at, and he said something like they poisoned his food. It sounded like he needed help, and prison is not the place to be when a brother needs help. Tunchi, aka Lil Wayne, he took the picture with Donald Trump. It's very controversial, even from myself. I was like, this is not the good. Why are you doing this? I did not see the play coming that he was going to plead guilty and Donald Trump was going to pardon him. But what I'm saying is that Tunchi was able to do something for the president to hopefully get him elected. Kodak was in prison. He was buried alive. He couldn't do it. And Trump pardoned him. It's a big deal. It's not a big deal.
why is it a big deal? It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It is a publicity stunt. It is
Good
just
one.
another
It's a good
act.
publicity stunt.
Huh?
It's a good publicity stunt.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not a good publicity. See, here's the thing. I stand by people who stand by my people. Okay. And these two men do not. And I will give a disclosure. Hold on. I will give a disclosure. That I am a bit biased, especially when it comes to these two men, because they are so violent with their words when it comes to dark-skinned women. So for me, I do come with a bit of, I don't think they deserve it. I think there are better people who probably are in jail, who are going crazy as well. And they probably would have benefited from that.
Hold on. We just had a breakthrough. Hold on. The dark. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Violent with their words toward dark-skinned women.
Absolutely.
Whoa. Okay. Okay. What is this violence? I know this is like a spontaneous meeting. What did they say in regards to violent words towards dark-skinned?
Violent words when it comes to demeaning darker-skinned women. So so I understand this whole conversation of preference. I don't mind preference. Every single person has preference. Preference in food, preference in people, preference in personalities. There's nothing wrong with having preference. But when you try to demean or devalue the other side of your preference, then I have a problem.
Okay.
You do not have to devalue the other side to be able to promote more value in the side that you have preference in. And that's why I think for those two men, I have issues with, because they are very, they're very public in the way that they talk about how, no, they don't find dark-skinned women attractive. And I mean, they're not my type anyway, so it doesn't hurt my feelings. But what it does is, that the girls that look like me, the women that look like me, who may be in positions where their self-esteem and their image, the self-image will be eroded, that's where I have a problem with.
Okay. Wowzers. Okay, she just kind of dropped the napalm bomb on that one. I know that Wayne said he likes his women like a number 2 pencil. I know that.
High yellow?
That's what, like a number 2 pencil. That's what he said.
High yellow.
I know that. Yeah, Kodak got into some beef and saying that he definitely said that very explicitly. Let me do a little caping. Let me do a little bit. Hold up, because I does it sway you anyway that Wayne's the mother of his daughter, and his daughter are both either dark complected, they would be on the darker side of a paper bag test, put it like that. They're definitely not fair skinned, right? So he still has a very good relationship with the mother of his first child, and his mother,
Toya, right?
Toya, Toya, right, and his oldest child, Rajani, what's her name? Regine. She's really big on TikTok. I know that. Not that I'm on TikTok, but I'm just saying. But like, and so they're darker complexion women. I know that Kodak has a love affair with his mother, who is a dark complexioned woman. Does that kind of lessen the blow of their preferences? I don't know. They do have very prominent dark skin.
You are caping. But here's the thing. That's the part, but that's okay. That's what this is. That's how we have conversation. So I'm with it. The thing is that's actually what makes it even worse. Right? That's what even makes it worse. That you are so surrounded by people who may not be a number 2 pencil, and yet you have these very strong views that are not necessarily about your preference. I don't like when most of these men hide behind that, because there's a difference. It's not a preference issue, right? So in that, right then and there, it lets me know that there's something more deeper. There's something deeper than just you using words to say, I like a woman like I like my pencil. No, there's something deeper, because if obviously you're choosing, and okay, so maybe you didn't choose your mother and you didn't choose the complexion of your daughter, but in some ways you did, because if you chose your partner.
In terms of Wayne, he chose the first woman that he fell in love with and had a child with.
Exactly, right. So in a way you did, because you knew that there was a better chance of your child being darker complexion, especially that you are and that your partner is too. So that in itself lets me know that there's something deeper going on there. Okay. If you have surrounded yourself with darker skinned women, but yet you're so adamant about how unattractive darker skinned women are, then there's an issue right there.
Hey, I don't know if they said that dark skinned women are unattractive. We just went into a dark place, pun intended. What you are, and dark is so beautiful. Like, and yeah, look at you. Ooh. But what you are suggesting is that because their relationship, some things that they've said about dark complexion women, them brothers need to stay they ASSs in prison.
Right. You know, you are right.
You like lock them up. That's what you're suggesting? That's what you're saying?
You're right. That logic is irrational. And I prefaced this conversation with letting you know that I come with some biases, okay? I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Okay, so take that away. Do I think that what he did was great? I think I don't feel any kind of way. Like it's not something that's amazing to me. I think that, number one, I do think that it is a publicity stunt. I think that he did that. Also, another thing that I read is that the lawyers for the two gentlemen, Kodak Black and Lil Wayne, was a Branford, I forget his last name, but he actually was on The Apprentice with 2014. Okay. So he does have a relationship with Trump, which may have been a part of the reason why they were on the list of pardons. I don't, to be very frank, I don't see how you could also tell me that Kodak Black was worthy of a pardon because he was going crazy in jail. There are other people who are going crazy in jail.
Yeah.
They didn't get a pardon.
Okay.
So what other value?
A lot of people who are losing their minds in jail. Jail is designed to break you and to get
Absolutely.
you to lose your mind. I see that point. To that, I would say Kodak is more influential than those people. Also, in terms of publicity stunts, Kodak represents South Florida. That's where Donald Trump's home is, in South Florida. So it's a good look on that front. But I think Kodak, I was very excited by Kodak being pardoned because once again, he has influence. I'm a fan of hip hop. I think that No Flockin' is a masterpiece in terms of hip hop. And I think that I like the idea of young brothers having the opportunity to turn it around. When the white kid who is hit with a crime, look at her face. Good Lord.
I'm waiting for you to land. I want to see where you're going.
When a young black person and a young white person are hit with the same case and the black person goes to jail and the white one doesn't, it's because they see the humanity in that person. When the crack laws, the laws with cocaine versus crack versus crack rock cocaine versus powder cocaine, when those laws were implemented to whereas you would get a much longer sentence if you were found with rock cocaine versus powder cocaine, that law was implemented because we knew that the people who consumed powder cocaine were more likely to be white and the people who had rock were more likely to be black, right? And so it's not about the crime, but it's about people seeing the humanity in you and giving you that opportunity to say, oh, you know what I'm saying, he'll do better, right? And so it's not that white kids who do crimes are better humans. They just have the connections and people see the humanity in them. And when I with Kodak Black, I see, whoa, it's very rare that a brother would have a connection or have somebody in a high place that would see the humanity in him. And he does have the connection. And this person it happens all of the time. With white, they get connections because maybe their relative was in law enforcement, maybe their father is a judge. It happens with wealthy white kids all of the time. He's a young, wealthy black person, and now he has the connection. And Trump bailed him out. I think it's admirable, straight up, and I'm a stand on that. That move, if it's a publicity stunt, I get it, but it's a good publicity stunt, especially considering.
These words that you keep using, Roger. These words you keep using.
Especially considering that the people, president and vice president elect, respectively, who have just took the oath yesterday. One came up with a crime bill, the president, Biden, that got thousands and thousands of black people incarcerated. The other was a prosecutor, that would be Miss Kamala Harris. And so, yes, it's a gesture. I get it. It's a stunt. But with that being stated, it's a good stunt. It's a good stunt. I think it's a good move. I'm standing on that. Angela. What's up?
the words you keep using are the words that are, it's kind of, I can't even say triggering because I really don't care about these men that much for me to be triggered. But when you say admirable, like, what are you talking about? How is that admirable? What do you mean? I can understand, yeah, you did good, and just keep it moving. But like, it's admirable. Like, how is that? Not number two. You mentioned that he saw the humanity in him. Please explain to me how Donald Trump saw the humanity in Kodak Black. Please explain to me. I do agree with the fact that there are connections made, and that's awesome. And that's something that I think as we grow as a people, we're going to get to a place where we can actually make more connections and kind of level the playing field, because you are right. I think with having connections, number one, allows you the flexibility to move through some of these spaces a little easily and just get a slap on your hand. Got that, and I agree with that. But also not only that, but when you see someone that looks like you, it kind of invokes a certain level of empathy. It's easy for you to give them a pass. So we don't have a lot of people in high places who can see us and see the empathy, and it gives us empathy because they see the human in us. So I understand that. But to say Donald Trump saw the humanity in Kodak, no.
I did say that.
No. Yes, you did. You said to have someone in high places to see the humanity in you. Because when you said that word, I sat up.
I did. I saw you perk up. I saw it. So
you saw the humanity.
I did say that. And the reason why I say that about Kodak with Donald Trump is because he just didn't have, like, Wayne did something for him, a favor for a favor. Like, I get that, right? And we talk, Harry O, who's been in prison for like decades, right? He did not do anything for Trump, right? But we'll stick with these two young hip hop artists. So he didn't do anything. I have not seen Kodak publicly espouse his loyalty to Donald Trump. I haven't seen that. He didn't put out on his Instagram, yo, y'all need to vote for Trump. Like, I didn't see him do anything of that nature. And so
but let me remind you again, the lawyers of these two men have a connection through that lawyer to Donald Trump. And who knows what he did? Maybe he pays some money. You thought about that? Maybe they wrote him a nice check, because I know he.
Angela, you catch a case. If you catch a case, you want your lawyer to have all the connections. That's the guy. Like, period. That's what you want.
Right. So say that, and I'd agree with you. But to say that he saw the humanity, that I don't agree with. That is not the reason why.
Okay, for sure. Well, I see it as a human. He's leaving. He's already been president. He didn't get reelected, and he didn't have to. He just didn't have to do. I felt like there was pressure for him to be loyal and to release Wayne. I felt like I was kind of expecting that. I thought, it would be dope if he released Kodak too. I didn't, but there was no real pressure for him to do it. But he did release Kodak. Listen, I've had lots of people who I know personally and love who have been destroyed by the criminal justice system, who have lost their minds in prison.
Absolutely.
And he sprung this man from prison. I'm not a Donald Trump guy. I am as critical of him as I think that it's fair to be, and his presidency. I fell out of favor. Like, he was never really my guy, but before he even took president with the whole birther thing with Obama, I felt like that was dirty and foul, and I really did not like that on a profound level. like I didn't like that, right? And so I've never espoused the virtue of Donald Trump, but I know that prison is a horrible, terrible, deplorable institution. And the gesture, the optics of him getting this man out of prison when he was at his lowest, I gotta stand on it. I gotta say it's a good look. I gotta say it's a good move. That's where I'm at, Angela. That's where I'm at with it. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, I can't argue with that, because I do think that that is something that we really need to talk about. Prison reform and more of turning it more into like a rehabilitation if it's necessary, than just locking people up and literally breaking their soul. So I am absolutely with that. And again, I will say that for 2 Black bodies to not be in prison, that kind of it calms my soul a little bit. So I am with that. Mm-hmm. But is it what was the word you used? Admirable? No, it's not. I'm not that impressed. Now we're gonna go back again. I'm not a fan of Donald Trump, but like I'm not the biggest hater. Like, he was my president, and it was all good. Of course, he had some things that he did that was absolutely questionable, and I think his actual persona is questionable. But you have to think about how the man thinks. Because I know, I wouldn't say I know how he thinks, but because of the experience of watching him and seeing how he acts and how watching how he acts, you can surmise how he thinks. And knowing the kind of person he is, I don't find anything he does admirable, because I don't think he has a heart. I don't think he has a soul. I don't think there's any place in him that is anything that has to do with, I see someone's humanity. I think this is a chess game. I think it worked in his favor. And I think he moved his pieces on the board. And, good for these 2 young men. Yes, absolutely. But it's not admirable.
All right. Well, for sure. We'll agree to disagree. Try, man. What do you think? What do y'all think about the move? What do you guys think about the pardons? Go ahead, sound off in the comments. No mercy. You want to get on my head, you can get on my head. If you want to agree with me, you can agree with me too.
He said admirable, ladies and gentlemen.
I think you emphasized the ladies part. Ladies.
And gentlemen, hopefully.
I think that was a dog whistle. I think you calling on the sisters to get on me. I don't know.
Never that. All love.
So go ahead, drop a comment, and then while you're at it, subscribe to Angela's page, plug the page, plug.
So you can find me at Unlearning, and I'll leave the link with Roger, and you could click on it to get there. So Unlearning on YouTube.
Okay.
Check it out.
Appreciate y'all checking in. As you can see, I just had to get this off, man. No vacations. I'm in an undisclosed location. My lighting is not good, but I had to call on my girl. You know what I mean? So we could go back and forth a little bit. Don't forget to drop a comment, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Peace, tribe. Peace.